So the State Department giving an update on efforts to evacuate Americans from the Middle East. It says more than 36,000 have already returned to the U.S. More than half of those Americans did get help from the State Department. Also breaking this morning, the U.S. now raising its travel advisory to southeast Turkey. For more on this, we are joined by State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott. Tommy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So we heard it there, a little over 30,000 Americans have already made it back from the Middle East. Give us an update on your latest efforts. Do you guys have any ballpark number on the amount of Americans who have contacted you guys hoping to get out of the Middle East right now?
Well, look, what I can say is that over 36,000 Americans have returned to the United States from the Middle East since this began. And we've seen the State Department's 24/7 task force assist over 23,000 Americans. What I can also say is about over half of the Americans who have reached out for help that have then been contacted with U.S. departure options, U.S. government provided departure options, have turned down those departure options, either choosing to stay, another departure option. We're continuing and have surged resources to the region in order to assist Americans who want to come home from the Middle East get back home.
Approximately how many Americans do you think are still trying to get home? Do you put it like ballpark in the hundreds or in the thousands?
Well, again, what we're focused on is assisting those that have registered in order to get back home, and that's why registering is so important, to express that interest. That's also why we're continuing looking at different options here, including commercial options where available. Like I said, we see over half of Americans who have reached out for help, when contacted, then turned down that U.S. government-provided transportation option for another option or to stay in the region. So we're continuing and have surged resources, like I said. We're committed to bringing every single American home that wants to come home, home.
I want to give you a chance to respond to some criticism from Democrats. A group of 8 Democrat senators penned a letter to the State Department, which says in part, quote, "Simply put, abrupt decision-making and lack of planning by State Department leadership to ensure the safety and security of its own staff left our personnel and their families unnecessarily at risk. Days into the conflict, the department still appears caught off guard and lacks a clear, comprehensive plan to safeguard American personnel, their families, or other Americans in the region." Tommy, some of the biggest criticism has been, why did State wait until after hostilities broke out to really get this plan in motion? How do you respond to that?
Well, look, we have contingency plans that are in place and ready to be activated. We saw the immediate activation of this 24/7 task force in order to assist the American people. We're also constantly evaluating the security posture at our consulates and embassies around the world. I want to applaud all of the brave men and women who have been working overcoming security challenges in order to bring Americans home. The fact that we've had around 24 charter flights leave the region with Americans, the fact that we've seen people working 24/7, hundreds of personnel proactively reaching out to Americans in order to bring them home should they want to come home. Our commitment to the American people, our highest priority is their safety and security. We're working 24/7 in order to live up to that commitment.
The State Department has put out travel warnings on, I believe it's 14 countries in the Middle East right now. If we can pull that map up right now, let's call for number 1. Another criticism from the Democrats has been, of those 14 countries, right now the U.S. only has confirmed ambassadors in 6 of those countries, and that the other 8 don't even really have anybody nominated, and there hasn't been any urgency to fill those. So is that creating any problems in terms of the relationships between the U.S. and these countries in terms of getting Americans out?
We see a robust diplomatic effort working with our partners in the region. That goes back to the very beginning of this administration as well, and the priority of President Trump going to the region as well. We're seeing those diplomatic efforts. We're seeing those diplomatic efforts continue. We're also seeing the fact that we are seeing that 24/7 task force, the fact that we see around 24 charter flights having left the region, the fact that we're seeing that 24/7 task force. So those diplomatic efforts are continuing. We're continuing to work with our partners, and that effort continues today and has been from the beginning of this administration in terms of that strong partnership we have with countries in the region.
If there are any Americans watching all of this going on, they're in one of those countries you guys have put out a warning about, and they're thinking, hey, I'm going to ride this out. What's your advice to them?
Well, my advice to them is to register at step.state.gov. You can see the latest security alerts there. You also follow the latest alerts from the embassy or consulate closest to you. We are constantly evaluating the security posture in countries across the region and giving people the guidance and advice they need. And then should you wish to depart the region, please call +1 202 501 4444 or go to state.gov, where you'll see a link to a travel intake form to register your interest. Our commitment, like I said, is to the safety and security of the American people. That's our highest priority. We're committed to giving the guidance they need and the help they need should they wish to depart the region.
All right, got to leave it there. State Department spokesperson Tommy Pigott, we thank you for your time this morning. And as he said, if you are an American in the Middle East, we do have the phone number and the website, if we can put it up real quick here, 202-501-4444, or just go to step.state.gov. Again, please make sure you register if you're over there. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.